Good morning, Hila Traviata. You know, you go onto YouTube or TikTok and always seeing females, hordes of females, effectively gallivanting, dancing, shaking their ass in front of a camera. Many of them are they're wolves in sheep's clothing in that they purportedly are out there showing you fashion tips and what color goes with what. But really, while they're doing that, they're giving you a good glimpse of their bra and their anatomy. So it's really, it's OnlyFans, effectively. It's an OnlyFans red tube act in sheep's clothing. And who do you see responding? Who do you see responding? You see idiots like the simps, the desperate male simps. More than likely not incels, because an incel wouldn't do that. Incels, believe it or not, do have a bit of respect for themselves sometimes. But desperate simps, and they will say things like, I love you, you're beautiful, you're pretty, show me more, 10 out of 10, gorgeous, idolization beyond belief. And these are women they could be in their 18, they could be in their 20s, 30s, 40s, they could be in their 50s. I've seen women in their 50s. Unbelievable. And they're making shitloads of money from it. And they're getting adoration for doing nothing more than basically doing a little dance or a little bit of a mime. And the other people that look up to them are, unfortunately, young teenage girls. And, they'll say things like, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, I want your hair, I want your makeup. And you can just imagine the body shaming. You can imagine how emotionally distraught some of these young females would be seeing it. Because they don't look like her. Of course they don't look like her, because that cretin in front of the camera, that fraud, is basically someone with, a ton of makeup on and has implemented a whole load of filters on their camera to make themselves look like who they're not. I know it. I've seen it. I've seen women in their 40s and 50s do it. They look nothing like their real life self. Fake. What happens? You have a woman who's probably, a lot of them are married, they're in relationships. So, I'm only doing it for the money, I'm only doing it for the fun, but they're not, because what they're getting is they're getting adoration from other men. And slowly but surely their ego increases and they get a false sense of their importance. And then they say, well, I can do better than my husband because, this simp, rich man from Dubai is saying, I'll fly you out to come and see me and I'll shower you with money. And many of them do it. The adoration gets to them. Because women are memes. Women follow fashion and trends. It's like the women just fashion in men now. They don't go for the Brad Pitt look. They don't go for the Chris Hemsworth look. They go for the skinny, effeminate, mop-topped, curly-headed, soulless, effeminate freak who they can piss on and shit on. And then, of course, you've got content producers like, I believe her name is Lexi A. Now, Lexi A, Lexi space A, is basically, she's a content producer, a very, very nasty content producer. She basically does nothing on her vlogs. She's got about a 97.3k subscriber base, just under 100. She's making money out of it, and she's she's fake breasts. She's got lips on her like a Looks like Mike Tyson. Well, it looks like a boxer who's just gone 12 rounds of Mike Tyson. Her lips are so fake puffed. I think she's got more histamine in her lips than someone with a bee sting. And she does nothing. She just opens up a food packet. She does stupid exercises in her gym and nothing, nothing. She does and offers absolutely nothing of value to society. But she comes onto my site and she has a go at me, and she of course sticks up for her fellow freaks who also do content producing like her. But you have a look at her. She's ugly as hell. Ugly as hell. I mean, she's just made up like there's no tomorrow. But if you really have a good look at her, she's just full of latex. And terrible attitude. Terrible attitude. But she'll always have the simps. I mean, the 100K subscriber base is made up of simps. Some of the things she does is she even, videos some of her so-called clients. I mean, she looks like she's a PT, some sort of gym instructor. And I would think some of what she does is actually breaching client confidentiality, in my opinion. But these are the types of freaks and entitled, delusional females like Lexi A out there who are just destroying the internet. But they will have their fun and they'll enjoy themselves because it is coming to an end. Men are waking up. Men don't want 2 cents of women. They don't want to be with them. They have no interest in... Why would you want to be with a woman? Why would you want to be with a self-absorbed cretin whose ego is overinflated, who's getting hit up by every simp in the world online? Why would you want a woman like that? Because it's just going to be a matter of time before she fucks you over. And so men are running away. They don't want it. So I thank producers like Lexi A because she's showing men the reality of things. There'll always be simps, though. That's the problem. Simps have destroyed the manosphere. But there's your social media. Cretins offering nothing to society or anybody besides their own puffed lips, fake tits, and crap. Here to show you. Good night and God bless.